Hi and welcome. This is module all about intuitive eating and how that really applies to eating disorder recovery. If you are at all tuned into the nutrition world or the mental health world, which maybe you're not because you're not a dietitian, you're not a therapist, probably. But if you are at all tuned in, you know that intuitive eating is like the huge buzzword right now. It is everywhere. And I just want to say, like, some of that's great information, some of it's not so good information, and people just jumping on the bandwagon. But I'm going to talk specifically today about how intuitive eating applies to eating disorder recovery, the way it is useful, and the way that it is, a good goal to have for, that recovered place that we're all shooting for. So, traditionally, when you hear intuitive eating, when you think about intuitive eating that was developed by Elise Fresh and Evelyn Tirole, you think about kind of leaving behind chronic dieting. So, it was really aimed at sort of, adults. Who had been on and off diets their entire life. Maybe they had some binge eating components, but it really didn't take anorexia, bulimia, any sort of binge eating disorder, apart from chronic dieting, into account. That's sort of the traditional place, the original book. That's how it was written, who it was written for. And it really helped them like leave the dieting behind, get in touch with their hunger cues, start eating in response to hunger cues, and eating all types of food. So foods that, they had always felt bad about eating, foods that are really good for you nutritionally, and making those all equal. And so there's all this emotion taken out of food. So that's the original sort of view. If you don't know intuitive eating at all, look below. There's a few links that I have there for way more in-depth information about intuitive eating. But I just want to explain today, how intuitive eating can really be very, very useful. And how I use it as a dietitian, and most dietitians who work with eating disorders will use some form of intuitive eating to help their clients, understand how to get to a place where you're really comfortable with food. So, sorry, I'm just pulling up my notes here. So, the first reason or first thing that we really work on with eating disorders and intuitive eating is rejecting the diet's mentality, rejecting that, losing weight or eating only certain kinds of foods are good and certain kinds of foods are bad. And that's a really big, principle when it comes to intuitive eating. The second one is honoring the hunger. So with eating disorders, this is not really what comes into play unless we're talking about binge eating, someone who's maybe, has their hunger cues during the normal parts of the day and denies them. But for a lot of people with eating disorders, they don't even really know, am I hungry? Am I not hungry? Am I anxious? Like, what's going on? So honoring your hunger cues is close to the beginning for the typical intuitive eating work. And honoring your hunger cues is more towards the end when it comes to eating disorders, because we're just working on, do you have them? Do you know what they are? And then can we honor them, right? A lot of eating disorder recovery is making peace with food, right? Taking all of the emotion out of food, conquering your fear foods. So that is also how it plays in there. Do a lot of work around challenging the food police with eating disorders, and that's a huge part of intuitive eating. So, that's the fear foods again, the thoughts in your brain, that ed voice that is telling you like that's a good food, that's a bad food, don't do this, don't do that, like that all comes in. And that's a really great component of intuitive eating, that it's helpful with eating disorder recovery. Again, when it comes to hunger, we're also working on recognizing true satisfaction. So with anorexia or very restrictive eating disorders, they're going to have early satiety at the beginning, so they don't even know what satisfaction or fullness feels like, and it feels bad. Okay. And then with bulimia and binge eating, they're used to going way, 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 way past that satisfaction factor, and feeling full just feels like either a lot of guilt or like they want to vomit. So it's relearning all these cues. And that's why someone who has an eating disorder should never, and I'll repeat, should never try to just jump right on into intuitive eating. They need to start with a meal plan. They need to start with a lot more structure. They need to be told this is a normal amount of food to be eating. This is not a normal amount of food to be eating. And then work towards this more intuitive mindset and eating in response to what your body really needs. Obviously, that's the feeling your fullness, feeling your hunger, all those components. Obviously, a huge part of eating disorder recovery is learning to respect your body, appreciate your body, right? It doesn't mean like you suddenly need to be in love with your body. We're not going for like body, extreme joy, just respecting and appreciating. There's a lot of confusion out there with the body positivity movement and intuitive eating. Those are not the same, and I'm not advocating necessarily for everything with the body positivity movement, but I am advocating for all people with an eating disorder to learn to respect, appreciate, and hopefully like in some way their body, right? So that's part of intuitive eating, and that is part of eating disorder recovery. So you need to learn that my body does need to be nourished. It's worth nourishing. You're learning that these are hunger cues. This is when I eat. These are satisfaction and fullness cues. This is when I stop. Okay, so that's all part of intuitive eating. And again, really useful in eating disorder recovery. I'm going to talk a little bit more below about how intuitive eating is not leaving behind, any sort of nutrition goals, like making sure that you're having all different food groups and you're getting all the nutrients you need. It is not, and it's often confused for that. But in this video, I really just wanted to make sure you understood what intuitive eating is. Hopefully we got that. It's really those 10 principles, the learning to recognize when you're hungry, when you're full, eating all foods, right? No food is off limits. No food must be eaten. And respecting that your body needs to be nourished, okay? And doing what is best for your body. So hopefully this cleared that up, was interesting, and we'll get into more details below. All right, see you there.